Hello, hello. Welcome to Just Jenna. You have no idea how excited I am that you're here. I'll be sharing the wisdom, questions, and curious little truths I've gathered along the way. From brilliant thinkers to weird memes, from ancient texts to the knowing of nature. Some of what I've learned came from books, some from breakdowns, some from simply paying attention, and some from fumbling through it myself. My hope is that these stories expand you the way that they've expanded me. So maybe, just maybe, you don't have to trip over the same parts of life I did. And if you do trip and fall, it's okay. I won't tell anyone. Hello, welcome back, my little beans, my little human beings. You guys, I have so much to say. I don't know at all what it is I'm going to say, but I just feel it. I feel it in me. I need to let something out. I have a feeling there are going to be text messages sent to my wonderful and extraordinary editor and producer, letting him know that there are things that need to be removed today. Why? Because I really have some shit I need to get off my chest. Today is my second off day of my yoga teacher training. I have been in a fully immersed yoga teacher training in San Diego for the last, what day is it? For the last 10 days. You guys, this has been one of the most powerful transformations I have went through. So many wonderful things were happening to me. I was getting job offers. I was getting this invitation. I was getting this. I was meeting this person. Everything was happening. It felt like, oh my God, this is wild. It felt just again, it felt like Christmas morning, and it all happened in 48 hours where I was just given all of these wonderful, magical, special things in my life. And I was like, whoa, this rocks. And then not even a week later, I packed up everything that I brought to California and I packed it in my car, which I just bought a car 2 weeks before all of that happened, packed it in my car, and I started driving myself to San Diego. And the moment I got into that car, shit started going sideways. Okay? Shit started going sideways. I was supposed to come and stay here with someone. This person ended up ghosting me. I went to a hotel. This hotel was genuinely so disgusting and disturbing and scary. I then had to move to a different hotel. I ended up spending hundreds of dollars. Was super upset about that situation. And then I came into this new location, and this new location just meh. And then all of these other, and then, on my drive, I ended up hitting a pallet board that was flying across the expressway. I was going 75 miles an hour. I dented my wheel. My rim cover thing flew off. I still have yet to deal with that whole situation, but I'm just I'm going through there's just so many things that are going quote unquote wrong. And in these moments, I knew all of these things were opportunities. I wasn't upset yet. I haven't even gotten into it, but regardless, all of these things just kept not working, kept being a little bit more difficult than it needed to be. And in my mind, I was like, okay, this is either nature balancing itself out, because I was just given so many beautiful, wonderful, magical, fantastic things, or this is genuinely a sign that this is not my space. This is not for me. And I was like, I just need time. I need time to uncover this. So with that, more things just kept going a little wrong, a little weird, a little, not how I wanted to go, I guess. And through all of this, I am just walking around here in this new city alone yet again. And I'm like, you know what? I was giving myself flowers. I was like, I did it. I did the thing again. I moved somewhere new. I did it. I've made friends. I've acquired, again, this isn't me bragging, but I got more invitations for some job opportunities. I was getting invitations to travel here, to move here, move to to this part of San Diego. I have this spot for you. Move to Colorado. I would like you to come here with me. Oh my God, come to Texas. I want to fly you out. Have you ever gone here? I want to take you here. I want to take you to Costa Rica. I've been getting all of these invitations, but none of them have felt right. Not that they're right or wrong for other people, but they're not right for me because I know what I want and I know where it is that I want to go. And I think the reason I've been scream crying is because I haven't been feeling like I was any of these invitations, any of these opportunities that people were bringing to my lap or to my attention, they didn't feel like they were in alignment with where it is that I want to go. I've talked about this so many times, but if you stand for nothing, you'll fall for anything. And I'm just not at a phase in my life where I want to be floating around willy-nilly. I want to root down. I want to build a family. I want to build my life in that type of way. And if you know this about me, like everyone that I know and love knows this about me. This has kind of been what I've been on my soapbox about the past couple of months, especially. But like internally, it's been over the past year. But especially the people in my life know that all I want to do is build a family. All I want to do is like have that. Like that is what I want to do. And so I've been doing a lot of exposure therapy with that because I've been saying it to strangers and I've been saying it to new people that I've been meeting. And that's been interesting. When I do tell new people about this, it's usually met with, some wide eyes and some, wow, you're really young. And I'm like, yeah, because, like, I don't know. I don't really feel the need to have to explain myself anymore, which is actually a topic I want to get into. Also, I'm looking down, I've been speaking for 9 minutes? I don't think I have made a complete sentence yet. So I do apologize, but this is what I need to do right now. I need to get some shit off my chest, okay? Clearly. So let's go back to the scream crying. Why have I been scream crying? Because being in San Diego, being here right now, also this has nothing to do with my yoga teacher training or the people that I've met at my yoga teacher training. Everyone there has been like that experience. Like I will make a podcast episode about that experience. I'll probably have to make 50 of them. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about my own interpersonal? Yeah. Interpersonal? Whatever. The relationship I have with myself. That's what I'm talking about right now. I'm not talking about what's going on the outside. I'm talking about what's going on the inside for me. I digress. So the reason I've been scream crying is because I know where I want to go and I know what I want to do. And right now I'm in the in-between of where I'm currently at and where I want to go. And I have struggled with the natural unfolding of my life. That has been one of my biggest struggles. I feel like ever since I became consciously aware of this life that I'm living, because I'm a visionary. I am big picture thinker, okay? And I know where I want to go and I know what I want to do. But specifically this time around, what I mean by this time around is, I guess I'll try to finish that one sentence where I was walking around giving myself flowers like, damn, I'm proud of myself. Wow, I moved to another city yet again, on my own, yet again, doing it all by myself, yet again, taking care of myself by myself, yet again, doing the dance, yet again, making friends, doing it all, blah, 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 blah. I've already done it. And I don't feel, again, I'm proud of myself, but it doesn't feel like this great sense of accomplishment because it's not exactly the next challenge or the next transformation I am, I guess, seeking or like open to, ready for. Like I've already done it. And I don't feel like I need to, like, I just don't want to do it again. Like I was just sitting in my car crying and I was like, I don't want to do this again. Like I know I could easily start and build my life here for myself. I know I could do it. Why? Because I've done it 3 other times already. I've moved somewhere alone. I've moved somewhere with my friends. I've drove here. I've done this. I've flown there. I've packed this bag. I've quit this job. I've started this new one. I've gotten this. I've whatever. I know I can do it all, but I don't want to. Why? Because I've already learned all of these lessons. I want to learn something new. I want to be a part of a new transformation. And that's why I've been crying until the sweet relief of being vulnerable and talking to people that love and see me. So I called Heidi, and Mikey was also on the phone, but I called Heidi and Mikey 2 days ago, and I was like, you guys, also, if anyone besides Bugs is listening to this, Heidi and Mikey are, I don't know how to describe them in terms of like the significance they have in my life without going into a full-on dissertation as to why I am the luckiest person in the world by meeting these people. But basically, I live with Heidi and Mikey. They are my soul parents. They are my soul family. So anyways, I call Heidi and I'm like, Heidi, I didn't talk to her for like 6 days. I'm in San Diego. I call her. I'm like, you guys, the yoga teacher training, it's going fucking amazing. I love it so much, but I'm like, I am struggling emotionally. Like this just like isn't it. Like it doesn't feel right. And I honestly did not know if going back to their house after my teacher training was a possibility. So in my mind, I'm like, oh my fucking God, I have to figure out a new place to live in 14 days. That's another reason why I was crying. And so I call Heidi, explain everything to her, and they immediately were like, oh my God, the fact that you even were thinking that this wasn't an option for you to come back to, like, is nutso. We miss you. There's something missing without you here. Obviously, after I get off the phone with them, I start hysterically sobbing for about 15 minutes because I'm just like, oh my God, this is exactly what I've wanted. You guys, this is where I'm at. I know I can do all of these things alone. I've already done it, but I don't want to. I don't like living alone. I don't like, not like being alone, like I can't be alone, because quite frankly, I like being with myself more than I like being with anyone in this entire world. But to like live my day-to-day life, I like living with other people because I like the give and take. I like the shared responsibility of the emotional labor, the physical labor, I cook for you, you drive me here. I listen to this story, you help me figure out the stock market. Just like shit like that, okay? And so basically they tell me to come home. I start sobbing because I was like, oh my God, I can't believe I have another home here. Thank God. And as soon as that invitation was offered to me, also I live my life based on invitations, if you can't already tell. Like I am very like, where am I wanted? Because I never want to go somewhere that I'm not wanted. I never want to give my advice if no one asks. I don't want to share a piece of anything of me if it's not open to be received, right? And so when I got that invitation, I was like, oh, thank God. My whole body was like feeling relief. I felt so happy. I felt so whatever. I can't get into it. I will start crying. But just know after San Diego, I am like 99% sure I am going back to Orange County because I want to build my motherfucking life. Okay? I want to continue to take aligned action. I want to continue to... I received this beautiful invitation to start working for these people and this company, and I want to put my heart and soul into it. I want to build. I'm buying what they're selling. I want to be involved. I want to sit down. I don't want to go off and fly away or stay here and have to build everything on my own again. I don't want to do it. Blech, sounds disgusting. And yeah, so I'm going to go back. I'm probably going to go back and continue to do my thing, to do my damn thing. Anyways, also I want to say, before I came to San Diego, I was speaking with Heidi and I was like, the ocean is not calling me. Like the mountains are calling me like crazy. And everyone, I feel like everyone always says like the ocean is the best. Like you feel like you should say the ocean is the best, right? If someone's like, do you prefer the beach or do you prefer the mountains? Like everyone feels like you should say the ocean because it's a bit more opulent, but I've always loved the mountains the most. And I was just speaking with her on it that one time a couple weeks before I came here because I was like, I don't want to be around a lot of people, and the beach usually brings around a lot of people. And wow, has it been confirmed. I cannot get any fucking peace and quiet here. It's too noisy. There's too many fucking people, and I want to be in the mountains alone. One of the bigger reasons why I left Chicago was because there was nowhere for me to go and scream appropriately. Like I could go in the middle of the city and scream and it wouldn't be that big of a deal because it is a city, you know what I mean? But there's nowhere for me to go and scream and or to just be alone and to get lost. And I feel that way here. There's too many fucking people. There's too many. I don't like it. I don't like it. I don't like what's going on. I like what's going on because I think it's like sweet and endearing, but like it's just not at my heart. And again, stand for nothing, fall for anything, right? Same with, I know that I'm in this phase of my life, which I'm like considering going into it on this podcast episode right now, but we'll see. I am in this phase of my life where I am wanting to build a family. Okay, you guys? And obviously, again, everyone in my life, they know about this. I've been talking about this forever. But again, if you are new, hi, my name's Jenna and I want to build a family. Anyways, everyone knows about this. Besides, there's new people coming into my life that I have to express this to. Regardless, that's what I want to be doing, and that's where I want to align my energy with as well. And a lot of these other opportunities and things that people have been offering to me, it's kind of like a Jezebel, like a siren, like, you know what I mean? Like, ooh, come over here. You can come over here and you can live this type of life and do this type of thing. Or, ooh, come over here and you can do this. And I'm not saying, for example, that like going to Florida and becoming a Pilates yoga instructor baddie and doing all of these things like isn't cool and isn't awesome for someone else, but it's just like not what I want to do. It's just not what I want to do because I'm so crystal clear on what it is that I want to do and where it is that I want to go with my life. So anyways, you guys, I have to tell you something. Maybe I think I'm going to say it because, again, I really don't think anyone even listens to this. And I want to talk about it. So I think I am. So, actually, let me wet my whistle and then I'll keep going. In my last, I think 2 podcast episodes, I talked about how I don't have any expectations. I don't have a outcome I am searching for. I am seeking in coming to San Diego to do my yoga teacher training. I would only know after it's over why I had the call, right? I've expressed that. And I'm still uncovering why I'm here. I still don't know why I'm here. You know what I mean? I will 100% know why I was here probably in a couple of years from now where I'm like, oh my God, I totally see now why I went there and how it impacted me and whatever. But I think I'm starting to understand a little bit about why I'm here. Just a little bit, a little touch, if you will. And the reason I say that is because on my very first day, it was like the day where we were all like being welcomed in and we did a yoga practice and we were ending with this like sound healing meditation. And let me tell you, it took me to a place. It took me to a place. And what I mean by a place, if you have never dabbled in breathing techniques, meditation techniques, yoga techniques, or potentially like, I'm going to say plant medicine, those different tools and those different modalities in my opinion, allow you to go to a place inside of your heart and allow you to access certain information in a way that you can't when you're in your like day-to-day activated kind of awareness. And so I was in a state of complete relaxation. And when I get to a place of complete relaxation, that is kind of when sometimes I'm going to call it like hard for lack of a better word, like harder things kind of come to my surface, some challenging wounds or some like memories or like wishes or dreams or desires are kind of able to surface because I'm not panicking when they surface because I'm at a super calm and neutral state. And so I'm in that state. And also, like, I never know when this state is like gonna happen. Like, I meditate every single day. I practice yoga every single day. I do different types of breathing techniques every single day. I do shit every single day. And this doesn't happen every single day. Not even fucking close. And this isn't my goal. This isn't what I'm trying to attain when I do this every day. But I was in a place. My very first day, I was in a place on my mat and there was, this is me being super vulnerable. So I'm like, okay, if someone besides Bugs is listening and you know me, you don't know me, can you please, like what I'm about to say, can you please just like hold this gently, hold this information like a sweet little baby bird, because this is me being very vulnerable. And I kind of want to put it out there. I want to talk about it, but I also, be sweet with me, okay? So I'm in my place. I'm in my place, and there is this knowing. Some people call it a download. Some people call it your intuition. Some people call it your instincts. Some people call it God. Some people call it the universe. Whatever. But the main thing here is that it's not coming from my thinking mind, okay? And I get this message, if you will, that I am going to be a young mom, okay? And I receive it. And obviously when I'm in this like state, I don't receive it and I'm like really happy or really panicky or really anything. I just simply receive it because it just feels like okay. Like, kind of like when you walk outside and like the sky is blue, it's like it's very neutral. It's a very neutral kind of like knowing, like when you're in that more relaxed state. And so I got the information that I'm going to be a young mom. And I'm like, interesting. Okay, neutral feeling. Like again, like I wasn't doing anything with the information. I just kind of like got it. And I was like, oh, okay. So that's happening. Okay. And whatever. You get taken out of the state and you start talking, we start moving on and doing other little things, and I write it down. And after the very first day, I came back to my room in Pacific Beach and I just started writing about it, because then I was like, okay, I need to like process. Like that was huge, because again, this didn't come from my mind. I was like, okay, this is huge for me. And so I start writing everything. I start processing things. Obviously, as soon as this starts happening, then my mind starts getting involved. Like, you don't even have a boyfriend. Or like, you're too naive. What do you think you're doing? You have no idea how to be a mom. Who do you think you are? Blah, blah, blah. That's when the mind gets involved, obviously. And I really try to not that I try to pay no mind to what my mind is saying to me, because I do, but it's just kind of like an indicator to me that like, oh, I want this thing, because my mind is trying to soil it. And so I start processing everything. I start writing about it. I start talking about it to myself. And I think that's another reason why I've been so emotional the past couple of days. And also just like me being like, okay, I've wanted to be a mom, but the knowing that like, because my mind like wants to be a mom, like I just want to be a mom, but then like the knowing that I got of like, oh, I am a mom, I am, and also the young mom thing gave me this sense of like soonness. Also, soon is in the eye of the beholder. I have no idea what soon even means, but it feels like, oh, it's like, it's coming. It's coming. It's coming. It's very ironic, hopefully. Anyways, I digress. So, I have been really emotional about it, and it's been what I've been every single day working through in my yoga training. And it's so interesting because no one knows this. Like, I haven't talked about this with anybody besides Hallie. Hallie knows about this because I've been explaining to her about this, like, oh my God, this like knowing that came in and like all these things I'm going through, and I've been feeling crazy and like I've been going through these waves. And it's like, it's so interesting because I had no idea why I was being called here. I have no fucking clue. And again, I can tell you why I love yoga and why whatever, but being in a very therapeutic and safe and thoughtful space with a bunch of other people that are as equally thoughtful and genuine and intentional and just like pure of heart, kind of heart, has been so nice for me. Again, even though I'm not articulating this with the people I'm around, it's just been beautiful to be held in this space. And I'm doing so many things to just like calm my nervous system, like activate certain things. And I'm like, damn, okay. It really just feels like I'm getting my like, I don't know, like I'm able to really process and move through this to like get myself mentally ready to prepare almost. And again, there have been multiple moments in my life where I'm in this like meditative space and I get this like knowing, I get this like ping, I get this information, I get this download, I get this message, voice, whatever. And I don't get the actual thing, but there also has been times where I have. And so I'm really trying to release the idea that like, oh, this is the thing that's happening or this isn't going to happen or whatever. But I am just following it. I am allowing it to be as such. And yeah, and from that, it's been really interesting because I've been able to really allow myself a lot of exposure therapy because no one knows me here. And so I've been able to just like articulate to new people, like when people are like, oh, what do you want to do? Like, what do you want to do? And everyone's like talking about their career, talking about other things. And I'm like, oh, I want a family. That's what I want. And again, people's reactions make me kind of like contract myself because everyone has like a very like weird reaction to it. And like, I get it, but it's been super helpful for me, honestly, just to like, I don't know, just like say it because it's true. It's how I feel, but it's been really interesting. And I think something I'm just learning about is like this messy consistency is better than striving for perfection once in a blue moon. So what I mean by that is, again, this is me being very vulnerable. I've met like 3 guys in the past like month, 2 months, maybe month. I don't know, honestly. I met like 3 guys. And the way that I have expressed to all 3 of these men, the fact that like I want to be in a serious relationship, I want to be married, I want to have kids, has been so in hindsight. And I'm like holding on to my legs right now. It's like, it's been like embarrassing. It's been messy, but it's been consistent. And I'm proud of myself for that. But I think like, I don't know, it's just so crazy. It's so crazy. It's so weird. Like it's something. It is something. Messy consistency. Because I'm like sitting across from a fucking guy, and like if the vibes are vibing, if I like we're liking each other, I'm like, well, I need to tell him. I need to tell him for like myself, not for them. I need to like tell this person like what I want out of life, because if this person doesn't want that, then I don't want to continue doing anything with them, because here's my thing. I'm not interested in a casual romantic relationship because I'd rather just hang out with my friends or myself. If it's casual, like I don't want to, what? Again, this is through my own discernment, through where I'm at this point in my life. Okay. And I'm just reflecting on, I don't know. I'm really proud of myself for doing it, but I just feel so like, oh my God, like oh God. And even like talking to these new people here and the new people I've been meeting and just like saying it. Sometimes I say it super confident. Sometimes I'm feeling a little more like just like weird by it. But I think I just feel a little strange because, again, it's people's reactions. For example, I just told one of the girls in my trainings, because we were talking about like, oh, because I was explaining to her, I'm like, yeah, I'm kind of stressed right now. Like, I don't know where I'm going and I need to like move out in 14 days. That's before I called Heidi. I was like, and I don't know where I'm going to go and I feel weird. And we were talking about like, well, what do you want? What's your experience and like jobs and whatever. And I just flat out told her, I was like, no, like I know what my dream is. Like, I know what I want to do. I know the life that I want. She's like, well, what? And I was like, oh, I want to build a family. I want to have a husband. I want to be a wife and I want to have kids. And I said it very confidently and very matter-of-factly. And this is no shame on this girl because it's so fair. It's so valid. It's so fair and it's so valid. She was like, oh, do you have a partner? And I was like, no, I do not. I do not have a committed partner. Okay. And she was like, oh, well, how are you gonna? And I'm like, oh, no. What you don't understand about the things that go on inside Jenna's heart is that they have nothing to do with anyone else. Like, they have nothing to do with anyone else. They never have. And like, I want to do this. And no, I do not have a committed partner right now in my life, but it is what I want. And so I just need to stay true. The last man that I told this information to, first of all, I need to say one thing. The very first time I had a one-on-one conversation with him, I had no idea that it was going to turn into anything even like slightly romantic. I literally had no clue. And there was I had a whisper. I know in my last episode I talked to you guys about whispers, and I had a whisper, and it literally said, tell me you want a family. We were going down an escalator, and we were talking about something else. We were in a professional setting. It was like I was not interested in this man in the slightest at the moment. And I had this voice that said, tell me you want a family. And I was like, what the hell? And it just felt more like an intrusive thought. And I just like kept it moving and I didn't say anything. And then ever since that moment, that voice just kept getting louder and louder and louder. And I would like talk about my general thoughts, feelings, and opinions about like marriage and kids and like talking about the ideas and the concepts, but I never really just like flat out said that I want it. And so I did do that. I called this man the other day and I just flat out said, I just said it. I said it with my chest. And he said something, in which case I'm not judging him for it either, but like I feel like I need to like explain something. It feels like in my heart that I want to like articulate something. I said it and he was like, I'm not going to tell you what he said in terms of like whatever, but he did mention after he responded a little bit, he said something about how like, or how did he word it? Essentially, he was alluding to the fact that maybe this was something I've always wanted, and like, or he wasn't talking about me. He was like alluding to the fact that like so many people want or don't want something and they never say it. They like keep it to themselves. They never say it and whatever. And to me, it made me feel like he was assuming that I've like wanted this my entire life and I was like hiding it from myself in the world. And you want to know what? That just like so isn't true. Like, this man and everyone has no idea what I have had to go through to get to this point in my head and in my heart. And I just kind of want to like leave it with that. I'm like, I've gone through a lot of shit in my life, okay? And it just feels like everything at this point is just leading me up into this moment. I mean, that's all of these moments are in everyone's life. Like, all these little things just like lead up to this one moment. Everything, you could look back and you could retrace everything and all just leads up to this moment. But like mentally, and I'm speaking from Jenna's POV. I don't know if this is all women. I don't know if this is men. I don't know if this is gendered at all. I have no fucking clue. But like, for me, if I don't get my mental landscape ready to receive something, ready to let go of something, to embody this new thing, like, I'll miss it. I won't receive it. I can't get it. Like, that's what it feels like for me. And I've had to go through so much fucking shit the last couple of years to get me to this point. And so I always just speak from my heart. I always follow, well, not always, because when I was younger, I did not follow my heart. I didn't even understand what that was. But I want to follow my heart. It has been the promise I have made to myself, especially over the last year, that I'm just going to follow what's in my heart. And this is just what's in my heart. And I want to share it because that's what I want. I want to build roots. Damn it. I want to root down. I've said it once. I'll say it 1,000 times. I want to root down. I know what I want. I know where I want to go. And I'm not going to be pulled by all of these other shiny little carrots. However, I will stay open along the way, along my path, along the journey of following my wants, needs, and desires. I will pay attention. But my discernment, you guys, when I tell you I dedicated 1 year of my life to figuring out what the hell discernment is, I did that. I am now dedicating the next year of my life to being honest and true to myself, truthfulness, being honest. That's the next year, okay? I'm already a couple months in. Anyways, I kind of want to leave you guys with something. It's like coming to my brain, and it's obviously about nature. And I wrote it in my journal. So the other day we were journaling in the morning, and we do these like journal prompts in the morning, and we talk and share for like the first usually like hour of our teacher training. It's like literally my favorite part of the entire training. And every single morning I kept getting these like oracle cards or tarot cards or whatever that just kept talking about these other really personal things that I'm like, is this not personal enough? Well, they're all alluding to the fact of like motherhood, fertility, family, union, building. Like, every single card have just been insane. Every single fucking day. But I've been thinking about the question a lot the last couple of days about what I admire most about nature. Like, what is it? Because like, I am nature. Nature is me. I am nature. I got thrown up my double peace signs right now. Okay. That's kind of what I've been thinking about a lot, because again, I've been super emotional and I haven't been able to go out in nature as much as I would want to. So I've been really just trying to like pull my mind back to the mountains and like to my walks and to those things that I haven't been able to do as much because I do yoga for, 10 hours every day. Anyways, so I've been thinking a lot about what I admire most about nature, because I know what I admire most about nature, that means I have within me. And I was feeling just like weird, right? I was thinking about it literally every single day, and I was coming up with these of like the answers, but they were coming from my mind. They weren't coming from my heart. And I was thinking about it again. And while I was thinking about it. We were like in our circle sharing and whatever. I still was thinking about it, and a spider crawled across me. And I was just like, oh my God. It reminded me of this quote. And there is a quote that I read like a year ago that said, I never saw a wild thing sorry for itself. It's by D.H. Lawrence. I think that's how you say that. And that quote came up right to me because I was like, wow, this spider just like crawled right across me, like doesn't give a fuck, isn't even thinking about the fact that it's like could be interrupting like a sacred circle story share time in whatever. And then I was just thinking about animals in general, about how like animals they don't care. They don't feel embarrassed for following their instincts, for following their heart, because animals, they're not getting in their head the way that human beings are getting in their head. And I feel like this whole thing with me this last week has like, when I am emotional, when I am feeling off balance, it's because I'm in my head. It's because my mind starts to take over, because this desire, this thing that I want to build is coming directly from my heart. But my mind gets involved and it gets all like fucking silly. And I think that's what I admire most about nature. It just is. It doesn't think about the motion. It doesn't question the action. It just does. Then nature doesn't let its mind, or like the mind isn't getting involved in that type of way. And then I wrote some stuff and I'm going to share it. Nature doesn't question timing. It doesn't question the pulls. It adapts to change without apology. We are a part of nature. This lives within me, within everyone. There's something in me that is not overthinking and expecting anything through motion, through my wants and desires that pull me forward in life. There is something in me that does not even consider the idea that I need to justify this shit. I am a wild thing. I don't need to justify myself. I just want to leave everyone with that, because whatever your wants are, whatever your desires are, whatever is pulling you from your heartstrings, whether that is to start a career, start a family, go here, go there, do this thing, buy this, break up with this person, whatever is pulling at your heartstrings, you don't need to justify that shit. You don't need to justify that shit. You don't need to feel sorry for yourself. You don't need to feel embarrassed for yourself. You don't need to feel mad at yourself. You don't need to feel fucking anything, because I've never seen a wild thing feel sorry for itself. You just don't, because you are a wild thing, and so am I. And that's the same with like the messy consistency, like me showing up and like saying it with my chest to these like strangers and these new men that are coming into my life, and these like my friends and my family, and like expressing what's happening in my heart and expressing it to people. Messy consistency is better than anything, because it's forward action and it's allowing your heart to move you forward. And so fuck all the other shit. Fuck the mind. I think the mind is super useful. I will literally make a podcast about how much I love the mind. But when it comes to following your heart's wants and following your heart's desires, following your intuition, that's not when the mind needs to be getting involved, okay? And just like an animal, just like follow the pull, because it always takes it where it needs to go. There's something so wise inside of you. And that's also what I'm trusting. It's like, okay, yeah, that feels a little like, okay. Okay, diva, like you want that? Okay. Because I know that there's something wise inside of me, and I'm trusting that there's something else in me. I mean, it is me, but there is something in me that is like moving me towards that direction for a reason unbeknownst to me at this point. So anyways, I have no even clue what I just said or what just happened here, but it feels like a vulnerable one. And I actually don't think I need to cut anything, because I'm like, I feel fine. And I don't even know how to wrap this thing up, because I'm just like sat back and I'm like, wow, I just like went in. I went in. Just know that I'm feeling much better, because I am going back to this tribe of people that by the grace of God love me, value me, and see me. And I'm gonna continue to follow my heart. Whatever's in my heart, I'm following it. I just am. And yeah. So, anywho, oh my God. Like I said, today's my off day. I spent the first 4 hours writing a transcript for my sequence for my yoga class that I have to teach in a day. Oh God, I need to go on a walk, you guys. I need to go on a walk. And I'm so excited to get back to the mountains. Oh my God. I literally can't even wait to get some fucking peace and quiet. Oh my God, I'm so excited. There's too many people here. There's too many people. I want to be in nature. And I do love the ocean, but it's like, I'm more of a pool girl. I just am. Not saying I don't love it, right? But I'm just, yeah. So anyways, I love you guys. And if you listen to all of this, thank you. And please keep following your heart. All right, my little beans. I hope you have a beautiful, magical, wonderful, fabulous, amazing rest of your day, night, week, month, year, life, whatever. And just know, if you are articulating your wants and your desires to someone and you feel a little scared, just like imagine me on your shoulder cheering you on, being like, you can do it. Messy consistency is better than this like one day of perfection to one person. Keep saying it. Keep following that shit. Damn it. All right. I love you, little beans. And